Hey there! I can't believe a year has gone by and I am here setting a whole new bullet journal. I have a better idea of the spreads that work for me, so this time I focused a lot more on the aesthetic of the layouts, as you will see. Starting with the basics, I am setting up the key from the original method since this has been working so far. If you are setting up a journal for the first time, I encourage you to read the book from the creator, writer Caroube, so that you know the basics of the method. I found it really practical to paste the key to the back of the cover. That way I can leave it open to consult it while I journal. On the back of the journal, I am setting up a spacing guide. This one really makes it easier to distribute the space on the grid, so I don't have to be counting squares every single time. I set it up for the divisions I use the most, which usually are halves, thirds, and quarters. These go both ways, of course, vertical and horizontally. Going back to my cover, I am starting with a quote. I found this one that is ever so fitting because although we all expect 2021 to be better, I feel that if 2020 taught us something, it's definitely that life is unpredictable. And therefore, a fierce mind, a kind heart, and a brave spirit will help me through any situation that I might face. You will see me using markers as watercolors throughout my setup. All you need is a plastic palette on which to draw and then activate it with water. I fell in love with this technique since I saw it, and it's been featured all through my journal this past year. The best part is it's a cheap way to achieve watercolor-like effects. And here you see me using Gouache, which I am still learning how to get the best out of it, but so far I really love how opaque it is. And since this journal is 160 GSM, it easily takes it in with no rippling or ghosting. So it's definitely another medium that you will be seeing a lot through this next year. I am finally adding some details with color pencils. Fun fact is, those are the colors I used as a kid. I kept all my loved stationery, knowing I would put it to good use one day. And I am really obsessed with the end result. I am setting up a year at a glance. I have always used this one in my agendas, and here you see me make first of many mistakes. Although it can be frustrating at first, I've learned that there's always a way around it, and mistakes that are noticeable are a reminder of how human we are, and that sometimes it's okay to color outside the lines. Unlike my current bullet journal, this will be the only calendar. I had been featuring mini calendars in every single weekly, but this year I intend to change things up and take advantage of that extra space. An index is also a must for me. I didn't see the use of it at first, but as I added recipes and other memories, the index truly made my life easier. And here all it takes is one page. Maybe you have noticed by now that the whale on the cover of the journal inspired me to make a nautical theme for the setup. I have always loved the ocean, and blue is my favorite color. So I did my best to set everything up in a way that reminds me of the mysterious pull that the sea has always had over me, as well as the peaceful effect that it transmits when its waters are calmed. For the future log, I will only be adding the first 6 months. After jamming my weeks together in my current journal, I have come to see the wisdom of dividing the year in two notebooks. That way, there's no pressure to make everything fit just in one, and there are no limits to the spreads that I can add. This past year, the spread ended up kind of empty, so this time I will include my special dates in there too. I have had these stamps for a long time, but didn't think of using them until now. They really add a whimsical vibe to the spread, and I love that I can just color them with markers, which gives me a wide variety of colors. For the goals page, well, 2020 also taught me not to plan to buy more than I can chew. So instead of going crazy with a lot of goals like I did last year, I went for 21 that can be realistically attained through the year. So no pressure with this spread. I am adding again what I call my happy place, which is a collection of pictures that make me happy. Some are from my travels, others I found on Pinterest. And of course they all match the blue theme, and I just added the spark of the gold watercolor. I am also adding a spread that I really enjoyed putting together, the year wheel. I will link a video where I explain what it is, and you will see why it made me so happy, even through this awful year. So it is definitely a keeper for the coming year. I am also keeping my playlist spread. I read somewhere that we like music because of the memories it brings back, and I found this to be so true, especially during 2020. Music was my constant companion. It helped me through this isolation period, helping me to enjoy the small things in life. I decided to add a spread of things to check out. This will include from books to movies, stationery items, or anything that catches my eye. Kind of like a wish list waiting to be fulfilled. And we have come to my favorite spread of this whole setup. I really wanted to make a layout that looked like an old map, and so the routine spread was the only one that could make it work. You won't believe how much time I spent on this, and therefore how much I had to edit out. But I did my best to show you all the steps involved in making this cute vintage looking routine guide. So just sit back and enjoy. I am so happy with the end result, and I know this is one of the spreads that I will be going back to on a daily basis, because I just need to visualize the order of the tasks to get things done, and this will definitely be a beautiful incentive in doing so. I mentioned in one of my videos how useful it is to have a go-back spread, especially when you live in a natural disaster-prone area. This will help me have everything ready and up to date in case of an emergency. This lifesaver is one of my favorite drawings of the setup. I think Gouache might be my newfound obsession. And I am adding a waiting for spread to keep track of the things I order, since this pandemic has gotten me ordering practically everything in. And it's always useful to have it all in one place so that I can know if something is taking too long or how the refunds are going. We are finally on the last spread. Thank you so much if you are still here. And actually, this is a spread that you can help me fill in. If you have any video ideas or requests, let me know in the comments below, and I will be adding them to this list. Here is the final flip through for 2021. I really enjoy putting this one together because the theme is really close to my heart. So I did my best to produce the aesthetic the nautical theme deserved, and I think it paid off. I hope you enjoyed this setup video and that it inspired you for your own spreads. I have a lot of ideas for the coming years, so subscribe if you would like to see more. And as always, thank you so much for watching.